And good afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Ray Collins. Our top story, new home surveillance video may help sheriff deputies make an arrest in a string of car burglaries in Manatee County. This was a break-in caught on tape near 75th Street in Northwest Bradenton. You can see the burglar trying to open car doors in the driveway. Then you can see him actually walk across the street and try doors in other driveways. There have been a string of car break-ins across the county, including on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard north of State Road 70. Well, despite the rain and Thanksgiving Day, it was back to work this morning for the Riverview High School football team. A nice crowd showed up to see the team as they prepare for their next playoff game. The team is preparing for the regional finals tomorrow night against Dr. Phillips High School of Orlando. It's a home game here in Sarasota. Riverview has won the regional title 4 times. They're hoping for a 5th this week, says Joshua Smith, the coach. This is the first year as head coach.
It was a cold, rainy day, and to see some of our alumni and former coaches out here supporting our kids and giving words of encouragement, again, it just speaks volumes to how special this place is.
Coach Joshua Smithers there. Besides Riverview's home game, the Venice Indians will host the Tampa Bay Tech team in another playoff game tomorrow night. The Riverview High School Kilty Band is in Chicago today. They're performing at the McDonald's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The band consists of 210 musicians, bagpipers, dancers, and color guard. The marching band received 59 consecutive years of superior ratings in the District Florida Bandmasters Association Music Performance Assessment. 3 million people lined the parade route in Manhattan today for the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. As ABC's Aaron Katarski tells us, security was tighter than usual.
A Thanksgiving tradition in the streets of Manhattan. Marching bands and 26 huge balloons wind their way through the skyscraper canyons, performers entertaining the crowd. Celebrities like Andra Day and Common ride on the new Girl Scout float.
We want young ladies to feel like they are loved, empowered, and they have the power to be the leaders that they were created to be.
More than 3 million spectators bundled up in chilly weather, soaking up the fun.
Everybody's so nice. It feels very safe, but very friendly.
Security was getting a huge bump this year.
We have the blocker vehicles in place, thousands of uniforms out here. It's going to be a real safe route to everybody should come out and enjoy.
Police officers armed with assault-style weapons guarding the parade route, as well as sand-filled sanitation trucks blocking access to crowds to prevent an attack similar to the one here on Halloween, when a truck drove into a bicycle path, killing 8 innocent people.
Everything that happened in the world, we really take into account everything we see and we make adjustments to the parade.
And in Philadelphia, the longest-running Thanksgiving Day parade in the country, involving 10,000 performers. That parade running for the 98th time, 7 years longer than the one here in New York. Aaron Katarski, ABC News, New York.
Also today, the Manatee High Sugar Canes dance team in New York. This photo sent to us by Manatee High School senior named Sierra. And also walking the parade route, Sarasota's Nick Walenda. He's walking with the Big Apple Circus today. Take our word for it. Looks like more sunshine in New York than in Sarasota today.
Exactly, yeah. They're experiencing really seasonable type of temperatures for them and nice conditions there. For us, well, we have overcast skies, cloudy conditions, and rain. And we've experienced some of that earlier today. Yeah. Let's take a look at what's going on right now. Well, sun is peeking out of the clouds for us here in Sarasota. 72 degrees, looking pretty good there with a south wind at 16 miles per hour. But the story today has been the heavier rainfall along the peninsula here, especially in northern Florida. They've been inundated with some very heavy rain. There's an area of low pressure that's continuing to spin around all this moisture up from the south and west. And actually earlier there was a potential water spout from one of these cells just offshore of Osprey as that continued to move towards the shoreline, and then that rotation did fall apart. We still see some heavier wet weather though around Port Charlotte and Rotunda, around Northport as well, maybe even some lightning strikes there. But that's going to be the story today. Mostly cloudy skies, on and off showers. I think most of the heavier activity probably will be to the south now, but that will start to wrap up by this evening. And of course, all eyes will be on what the weekend has in store for us. And we'll have that answer coming up in a little bit. Back to you.
Thank you, Josh. If you were driving down the Sarasota Bayfront this morning, you might have noticed some road closures due to the 8th annual Turkey Trot 5K. Here's the race director.
It's a fundraiser for Also Youth, which is a local organization that supports LGBTQIA youth in our community and their allies.
Amazing. Bigger turnout this year than ever before, and probably because, as we've heard this year, we're one of the top turkey trots according to Active.com, and we're super excited about that.
Also Youth began when some parents began the organization back in 1992. They were concerned by the number of suicides in the gay community. They created the group, and it has grown to a community center with safe spaces and opportunities for Sarasota youth. Happening today in Manatee County, a free community-wide home-cooked dinner in Palmetto. In addition to the usual turkey and ham, there will be live music, bounce houses, and games for kids. The dinner runs from 1 to 3 today at Palmview Elementary on Bayshore Road. Everybody is welcome to attend. If you're not a fan of cooking, you're in luck. There are several Suncoast restaurants to choose from today. Arts and Eats from 4 till 8 today. Harry's from noon to 8. Louis in Sarasota has a buffet that goes until 8 o'clock tonight. In Bradenton, Pier 22 will be open until 10 o'clock tonight. In Lakewood Ranch, the Polo Grill has a buffet available. And Table Creekside also open on Philippi Creek. And while some retailers are resting up for a Black Friday at midnight tonight, others will remain closed until tomorrow morning. Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, and Sam's Club are all sitting out Thanksgiving Day, but they'll open early tomorrow morning. Also, 2 Suncoast shopping malls will be closed for Turkey Day. DeSoto Square Mall and Westfield Siesta Key are both taking the day off. They'll reopen tomorrow for the usual Black Friday rush. An update on local trash collection. There will not be any collections today in either Sarasota or Manatee counties. Thursday's trash will be picked up tomorrow, and Friday's route will be picked up on Saturday. Well, before today's big meal was last night's big fun. One busy place to be was Old Main Street in downtown Bradenton. The night before Thanksgiving is almost now the biggest night of the year besides New Year's Eve. Thanksgiving Eve is fun for customers and big business for many bars and restaurants.
It's pretty crazy, but it's fun. You know, we like the buzz. It gets everybody excited about the holiday season.
You just kind of bar to bar. The food trucks are out down the street and everything. Go down McCabe's all the way up here to Loaded Barrel. It's pretty nice atmosphere and everything.
Outside the bars, the street was alive with Main Street Live, which featured lots of vendors and live entertainment. Good time had by all. Still to come on your Suncoast News, shopping on Black Friday. A psychologist explains why some people struggle to grasp the concept of credit and why it can get them in trouble after this.
Coming up, the Venice Holiday Parade kicks off the season this weekend. We'll tell you what to look for.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Auto Trader recently said Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. A segment best. You deserve the best. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today. Gotta love these looking temperatures. Temperatures in the low 70s along the coastline, 72 in Sarasota, 72 in Inglewood, 74 in Northport. You get further inland, upper 70s, lower 80s, looking good there. So what can we expect today? Cloudy skies, that's the theme in this forecast, at least for this Thanksgiving. Showers, maybe a stray thunderstorm, but I think most of the storm activity probably wound down, which is good news. And then we're in store for a very nice weekend. But we have to get through this first. Look at the radar. Actually, earlier this morning, this was a lot more electrifying with orange and red colors, especially in North Florida. But now things are kind of winding down as this system pushes eastward. But we still have a line here to our south that's producing some heavy wet weather, tracking into Lee and Charlotte counties at this time. It does look like the heaviest wet weather will push to the south and then eastward, but still we're dealing in Northport for you, some moderate to heavy rainfall, even some lightning strikes possibly, and another cell here pushing in to Charlotte Harbor. But we'll watch these closely. Earlier it was interesting, there was a couple of cells that had rotation on them out here in the Gulf of Mexico. They're probably waterspouts that developed, but by the time they got to the shoreline, the rotation dissipated. So we were a little frightened there some moments there, but at least no rotation took place as these came on shore. But they did produce some heavy rainfall, some lightning as well. Here's the culprit, Big L on the weather map. This is an area of low pressure whipping around counterclockwise and picking up that moist air in front of it and inundating the state of Florida with the heavy wet weather. But this should pull out of the area by tonight, and then we'll just be left with cloudy skies for this evening and into tomorrow. Maybe a stray shower here or there tomorrow morning, but things are really looking nice for the weekend. You can see maybe a few showers come in by tomorrow morning out here in the Gulf of Mexico, maybe some heavier showers down here in Lee County, but things look a lot nicer as we get into our Saturday. As you can see, by 12 p.m. on Saturday, the sky's clear, high pressure takes control, and we'll have an abundant amount of sunshine over the weekend. How much rain can we expect for the rest of the night? Well, not much, you know, not even getting close to an inch here for most of us, so looking pretty good there. Traveling around the lower 48, everywhere looks pretty good. We already showed you that New York City has fair skies. Not here in the Pacific Northwest, a system coming in producing some wet weather there, maybe some snow in the upper elevations. And us, we're really dealing with the only game in town here. The tropics, you know, we still are in hurricane season, but nothing to show you here. The tropics are quiet. So again, happy Thanksgiving to you. Our high today will top out in the mid-70s. That's below the average of 78. But there you go. If we get through today, tomorrow afternoon looks very nice, and the weekend looks brilliant with highs topping out in the mid-70s and lots of sunshine for you. Ray?
Sounds good. Thank you, Josh. Thanksgiving is also National Family Health History Day. So rather than talk politics today, talk about your family's medical history. Many diseases like heart disease, cancer, and high blood pressure run in families. Knowing what illnesses your blood relatives have faced can help your doctor keep you healthy. So as you're sharing information and listening to your loved ones, it's important to notice certain red flags that might signal hereditary disease.
these are genes. It's 50-50. It's random. You shouldn't feel guilty. By telling us, you're actually giving us a weapon to prevent the disease or catch it early.
Dr. Eng says if the Thanksgiving table isn't a great place to share health information, you could always talk one-on-one privately instead. Just in time for Thanksgiving, the Humane Society of Manatee County has released a list of things you shouldn't be feeding your pets. On that list, turkey skin, drippings, gravy, nuts, raisins, and more things like that. And they also have some good safety tips. Make sure any microchip information is up to date in the event a pet ever disappears. Don't spoil your pet's holiday by giving him or her access to raw yeast bread dough. That yeast converts the sugars in the dough to carbon dioxide gas and alcohol. Keep an eye on them so they don't get their noses in any dessert or do any counter surfing to get to the food. Some emergency contacts today. Veterinary Emergency Center on Cortez Road in Bradenton is open, and also Vet Care Express is an animal ambulance and transportation service. With the holiday shopping season just starting, a new report is out about why some people spend more than they have. According to a psychologist with the Cleveland Clinic, the reason why it's hard for some people to be responsible with credit is sense processing. In other words, Dr. Scott B. says when we swipe a card or click a button on the computer, our brain struggles to calculate the true cost. Basically, we're not physically handing something away.
It would be a good idea to have a habit like anytime we pay for something to take a moment right then and there and note that in some ledger or do something physical about it, even any kind of physical act that would stimulate our sense.
Dr. B recommends keeping a record of every expense. He admits it's not easy to do because it involves creating a new habit, which can take up to 63 days for it to stick. All right, let's switch gears. Time for lunch. Here's Chef Judy.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I'm here at this point now. Hopefully you've gotten your bird out of the oven or you're about to put it in. You're about to go out to dinner. So what I'm going to do now is teach you what to do with the leftovers. We all love that midnight sandwich with turkey and stuffing and lettuce and cranberry sauce and mayonnaise. You can tell that's on my menu late tonight as I watch a movie. But what are you going to do with the leftovers? I'm here to help you with that. Before you put away the leftovers is when you want to cook for the next day or the day after. Get it all set so you don't have to cook. So we're going to use some pulled turkey and we're going to make turkey enchiladas. Can't think of a better way to just shop your pantry for some ingredients and make it another meal that by now you're a little tired of the stuffing, so let's get some nice bites and little pep in there. I'll be back in just a few minutes to get started.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
America. Drug addiction is plaguing our great country. Every minute of every day, one of our citizens is rushed to the emergency room with a drug overdose. Many will never leave, never see the dawn of a new tomorrow in our great nation. Call Make America Sober Again now, before this disease destroys your family, your friends, your country. If you or someone you know is struggling with a drug or alcohol addiction, make the next minute in your life count. Make America Sober Again is committed to connecting you with someone compassionate and caring to help you right now. Call now and be connected to a treatment center in our network. Call Make America Sober Again now.
Call 800-793-6592. That's 800-793-6592.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Welcome back. The 44th annual Holiday Parade in Venice isn't until Saturday night, but as Linda Carson shows us, people are already putting out their chairs.
All around Venice right now, floats are being decorated for the Venice Holiday Parade on Saturday night.
All of downtown is all lit up and ready, and floats are being made. I think a highlight of our parade is absolutely the hundreds of children that come out and participate.
Participate and perform.
We have dance schools and Boy Scouts and circus performers and gymnastics groups. It's awesome.
And adult groups are also involved.
We have, of course, all of special things like the Shriners, the Drum Circle, a lot of our community organizations.
This is the 44th year for the parade.
Started by Earl Midlam's family, and it was started as the mother of the family used to make cookies and things, and then they started just having to get together, and then they started a parade.
There are 93 units in the parade this year, about 10 here for the first time.
We have some horses that are decorated and kind of trained performance horses. They're coming down from Bradenton.
And Historic Spanish Point has an entry this year, and they're busy decorating it.
We have this historic vessel named the Magic. And the Magic is a reproduction of a boat that was built here years and years ago when the original pioneers were here. So our captains wanted to be in the Venice Holiday Parade.
So keep an eye out for them and get to the parade early.
Pre-parade entertainment with music and dancing, a lot of activities starting at 5:30, and the parade will kick off at 7.
Santa will appear twice at the beginning of the parade and as the grand finale. And you're asked to bring a donation to help feed the hungry.
Our Boy Scout Troop 77 will be collecting contributions for the local food pantry.
They're expecting some 40,000 people. Now, here's a tip. Be sure you get to downtown Venice by 5 o'clock on Saturday because you don't want to miss a thing. And then when the parade starts, the Magic will be the 8th float to come sailing by. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
And the weather should cooperate too. Back to the kitchen now. Here's Chef Judy.
So what I love to do before Thanksgiving is I shop my own pantry. Needless to say, I have a lot of leftovers because of Chef Judy's dish, but also things I may have picked up and they're still under that expiration date, so I'm okay. Things like Frontera brand, the enchilada sauce, going to be perfect for today. But also if you want to go real out of the box and go Indian, you can make up some rice and some butter chicken or shawarma sauce. Going to be really creative and delicious with turkey. While the turkey is still warm, after you've served it, is the best time to shred it. So you're just going to pull it apart. Don't use the skin. Okay, make sure you get all those little pieces out there. But you're going to go ahead and shred it. Of course, saving the carcass for turkey soup. Now, if you're making turkey soup, you want to start with some turkey broth. That's really key. And my secret, so it still has that aroma at Thanksgiving, is to use poultry seasoning in the turkey stock as well. This is so easy though. Turkey enchiladas. Take your little casserole pan, you can do a big baking dish. Just remember, a lot of children don't eat black beans, so do some with, some without. And it's great for the grandnephews and nieces and the grandkids to help you in the kitchen as everybody else is packing up their leftovers. You can make a nacho party or an enchilada party. We have a little jarred salsa. Then we're going to take the flour tortilla, and they have gluten-free tortillas nowadays too. Little cheese on the bottom. Then a little organic black beans. Definitely you want them rinsed and drained. And then the pulled turkey. I mean, this is endless for tacos, anything you can think of. You can even do it Italian style and use sauce and mozzarella, okay? A little more cheese on top, and then basically just roll, and you have one right in there. Now, on the type of dish that I'm using, we can layer this almost like lasagna. So I want to know that there's a different pan for the kids that don't necessarily eat the black beans, and then there's one that has a little bit of all the goodness of everything. This is going to be so delicious. 2 days from now, you can just get it all ready and then bake it, and they can just pop it in the microwave. It'll be all set. So we're going to do more cheese, some more salsa, roll, and a whole nother layer. Easy as pie, right? When I come back, I'll show you the topping and a couple other quick tips for turkey on your Thanksgiving leftovers.
You can do something about a crime, any crime, and you can receive a reward of up to $3,000 cash. Call Crime Stoppers with information about criminal activity, unsolved crimes, drug dealers, fugitive criminals, stolen property, illegal weapons. Call 366-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Visit SarasotaCrimeStoppers.com. Download the Crime Stoppers P3 mobile app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play. Call Crime Stoppers 366-TIPS. Paid for by the Attorney General's Office, Crime Stoppers Trust Fund.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
The biggest shopping day of the year is here, and Sunset Fiat of Sarasota invites you to experience the ultimate LBD. Long, beautiful drive, of course, because no matter which model you try on, the Fiat 500, the 500X, the 500L, or the gorgeous Fiat Spider, you're going to love the way you look and feel in your new Fiat. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Black Friday sales event going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if your loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Fact: the top 3 Marriott hotels in North and South America are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, according to a recent survey of 363 Marriott hotels. The Marriott at Grand National, the Marriott Shoals Hotel, and the Grand Hotel. And 2 of the top 3 Renaissance hotels are also on the trail: Ross Bridge in Birmingham and the Battle House in Mobile. Southern hospitality still rules. For reservations or information, visit rtjgolf.com/resorts.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
This just in, some breaking news. A Manatee County Sheriff's detective has resigned due to a domestic dispute last night. Deputies arrested Jeffrey Bliss for domestic battery against his wife. Bliss is 45 years old and worked for the Sheriff's Office for the past 16 years. We'll have more on this developing story today at 5 o'clock. An update now on the manhunt for the 3 inmates who broke out of a jail near Tallahassee. North Carolina police say they captured one of the 3 inmates and 2 others are suspected in an ATM robbery. Casey Martina was arrested early Tuesday after an anonymous tip. Around the same time, police say Joel Cooper and Donald Cotterman were spotted on surveillance video using a logging chain to remove an ATM at a North Carolina gas station. The three escaped last week after they broke through the ceiling of the jail's law library. The deaths of 12 of the 14 Florida nursing home patients who died after Hurricane Irma have been ruled homicides. Autopsy results from the Broward County Medical Examiner's Office have been released now. No arrests have been made, but an investigation will continue. The rehab center at Hollywood Hills lost its air conditioning shortly after Irma slammed Florida. 8 residents died and the others were evacuated from the sweltering facility. 6 more died the following weeks, though the two of those deaths were not related to the lack of air conditioning. It has been 2 months now since Hurricanes Irma and Maria blew through Puerto Rico. A number of residents have since moved to Florida. And as reporter Athena Jones tells us, this could have an impact on state politics for years to come.
Linda Gonzalez says starting her life over in Florida is like being reborn as an orphan. She was forced to flee Lares, Puerto Rico, after Hurricane Maria destroyed her home.
Es difícil. Porque uno ve lo que uno tiene y...
Gonzalez says she lost everything overnight. She and her son joined a wave of evacuees arriving in Orlando 3 weeks ago. Some 170,000 Puerto Ricans have landed in Florida since October 3rd, according to state officials. And while not all of them will put down roots here, many will. Some are comparing it to the 1980 Mariel boat lift from Cuba, when 125,000 emigres landed in South Florida, reshaping state politics as a powerful voting bloc. The tide of Puerto Ricans has already surpassed the boat lift and shows no signs of letting up. And unlike Cubans, Puerto Ricans, the vast majority of whom lean Democratic, are already citizens. They can vote right away as long as they register. Florida is a perennial swing state. Trump won here by just over 100,000 votes, and Barack Obama won twice, 8 years after a flash finish and subsequent recount handed the state to George W. Bush in 2000. The historic influx of Puerto Ricans could shift the political calculus.
That group could be pivotal in a swing state, and so their impact and their effect on statewide elections, both for governor, U.S. Senate, and of course for president, could be very dramatic.
But political science professor Michael McDonald says white retirees from the Midwest and the Northeast, many of whom lean Republican, are also pouring into the state, likely keeping statewide elections close for now. President Trump toured the devastation 2 weeks after the hurricane.
We've spent a lot of money on Puerto Rico, and that's fine. We've saved a lot of lives.
Gonzalez says the federal government should have done more after Maria, and she's still hurt that the president said the people of Puerto Rico should do more to help themselves.
Duele.
It hurts. We're human beings, she told me. He should not have spoken to us in that way. A trained chef, Gonzalez plans to stay here in Orlando and rebuild her life. It's the sort of dream many of those arriving from the island share. As for 2020 and casting a ballot for Trump, I asked her, would you vote for him to remain in office?
¿Votarás para él?
No.
¿Para quedar? No. No.
Athena Jones, CNN, Orlando, Florida.
Residents are migrating to Florida. Floridians are traveling to Puerto Rico by the thousands. In fact, Volunteer Florida says more than 22,000 volunteers had logged more than 1 million hours helping people affected by both hurricanes. Governor Scott said he and others are thankful for the hard work of those who had responded after the storms. Volunteer Florida works with state and local officials to coordinate volunteers and donation during times of need. Maria ripped through Puerto Rico in September and has been blamed for at least 70 deaths. The clock is ticking on some Haitian immigrants who are here with temporary protected status since their nation's earthquake back in 2010. A number of young Haitians are mailing in letters to Senator Marco Rubio asking him to intervene. They want Congress to pass a DREAM Act and protect hundreds of thousands of immigrant families who could soon be deported. They also want him to co-sponsor the bipartisan DREAM Act of 2017. Some of the kids who delivered letters to Rubio's Miami office will also go to D.C. to deliver letters to that office as well.
It's really sad just to see that students are being kicked out, not only in school but also from their homes and from their families, and we just want to stand in solidarity and just really fight for something that's really passionate for us.
Another 430,000 immigrants from other countries affected by natural disasters or violent conflicts are also at risk of being deported in 2019. And for more updates on local breaking news, download our new app. Go to the App Store at WWSB or My Suncoast and update that, and you'll get updates directly to your phone. It's a busy time for travel right now around the country, of course. AAA says nearly 51 million people are expected to travel 50 miles or more this week. Most are driving, but some are taking to the skies. Despite the local rain, no delays are reported. If you're driving, give yourself extra time as well. If you're staying in town this weekend, good news, you're saving yourself on gas money. Oil prices are at a 2-year high due to the Keystone Pipeline shutdown. Last week's leak and the shutdown have raised concerns about 5,000 barrels of oil, or roughly 210,000 gallons, spilled in South Dakota after that leak. It's not the first time for a leak there either. Last year, part of the pipeline was shut down for 3 days after a smaller spill. The cleanup took about 2 months last year. In Sarasota, the rain kept the crowds away this morning for the 9th annual turkey shoot at the Bobby Jones Golf Club. Only 44 golfers turned out for the hot breakfast and wet golf at $35 a round. The course manager says they usually have more than twice that many golfers.
A lot of the people that are here are from the north, and they like to be out on the golf course and call back to their friends and say, guess what, we're golfing on Thanksgiving and you're shoveling snow. Same thing on Christmas.
Yeah, they'll try again. A similar event is set for Christmas, reduced fees, and a hot breakfast as well. And not a good day for golf this morning. Wow.
Yeah, not really. Cloudy skies, rainy weather, even some thunderstorms. Yeah. So that's going to be the case here in some locations, but I think here in Sarasota and Bradenton, Ray, we really dodged a bullet with the really heavy stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because everything went to the north, everything went to the south. At least in the immediate area, and we're pretty much clear right now.
Good.
Yeah. Let's check out what's going on right now, and there you go. We're kind of, I don't want to say dry slotted, but we are in between the two lines, if you will. Northern Florida really got inundated with some very heavy wet weather earlier this morning, and now to the south, we'll zero into those areas here around Northport, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, dealing with some wet weather. In fact, there's a cell moving in over the Charlotte Harbor now, so Punta Gorda, you could be experiencing some moderate to heavy rainfall in a little bit from now. But I think Sarasota and Bradenton, we're doing pretty well, and I think that's going to be the case throughout the afternoon. But we still will have mostly cloudy skies in our forecast. And there you go. Our high is 76. Average for this time of the year is 77. So basically right where we should be for today. But of course, what can we expect for the weekend? We'll let you know in a little bit. Back to you, Ray.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. It's been more than a week now since an Argentinian sub disappeared. There were 44 people on board. ABC's Lana Zak has details of the noise heard yesterday, which may have been a troubling clue as to what may have happened.
U.S. Navy planes continue to search for even the smallest of clues in the mysterious disappearance of an Argentinian submarine.
We have a radar that we use to try to find anything that might be floating on the surface. We also have a camera, a very good camera that can see very clear images, so we can find any personnel that might be in the water, rafts, infrared for like heat, and then we also have buoys that we deploy to listen for sounds or to try to find objects under the ocean.
An object detected by one plane raised hopes Wednesday morning, only to have them dashed hours later when authorities confirmed that the item was unrelated to the missing submarine. For the families of the 44-member crew, the waiting is agony, and sadly there is only more disturbing news. The Argentinian Navy now saying that a noise heard on the last day that the sub was accounted for was, quote, consistent with a non-nuclear explosion. The Argentine Navy says they have no evidence of terrorism.
Given the depth, the Argentine Navy is now saying that they believe that the sound they heard was likely an implosion, and families have been notified that the crew on board are likely dead. Lana Zak, ABC News, Washington.
Awful time for those families. Let's switch gears now, go back to the kitchen. Here's Chef Judy.
Okay, so I showed you one way of a pulled turkey enchiladas, both with black beans, or you can do it without. Once it comes out of the oven, we're going to top it with some pico de gallo, sour cream, chopped onions. They have some cabbage and cilantro. You can even use the butter, the Boston Bib lettuce, just to use this as almost like a handheld turkey taco. This is great for a gluten-free idea. Turkey's right in there, and then you can set it up like a taco bar and let everybody feast. Or you can do what John Scalzi taught me once, and that's to do the old turkey nachos. So I'm going to go ahead. I have a little cheese in the bottom too, because I want to make sure it's all covered. And I'm going to break up that turkey a little bit more. And so you have the protein in that, right? Then we're going to do some more of the shredded Mexican or Monterey Jack cheese, and then a little pico de gallo on, and then wait for it, some Mexican cojita cheese. This is going to be perfect, right? So in that goes. Again, always shopping my pantry to see what I can find in it that I might want to use, like the green chili sauce. That's going to be a great topping. So I'll take the different sauces and I'll put them out. I'm going to take this enchilada sauce, and let me get my knife. And oh, this is so good, the Frontera brand. I love it because this is Steve Bayless's brand from when he uses in his restaurants that are infamous, okay? So a little crunchy purple cabbage, some chopped green onion everywhere, some sour cream. You should have a little sour cream left over from your potatoes. If not, you can use a nice thick Greek yogurt. And we have a really simple, totally flavorful dish ready to go for you for the day after Thanksgiving. Now you can just read all the sales circulars and plop on the couch and enjoy it. Let somebody do the rest of the cleaning because you just made them 2 meals in a row. We'll be back for a taste in just a minute.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Don't just settle for what's available at a smaller lot. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab at rock bottom pricing. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $11,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're looking at our tower cam outside our ABC7 studios here in downtown Sarasota. And as we zoom back just slightly here, we're looking at, well, mostly cloudy skies, and the sun actually is peeking out through the clouds at this time. Our current temperature is 72 degrees with the dew point at 68, wind out of the south at 16 miles per hour. And the story has been the radar this morning. Boy, we really saw some heavy wet weather up here in northern Florida today. And also, we had our share of wet weather here, especially in Charlotte County and around Osprey in southern Sarasota County. There was one cell that looked quite interesting on radar, actually had rotation to it, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was a water spout out here that formed in the Gulf of Mexico. But by the time it got to the shore, it dissipated, but we still had some heavy wet weather that came out of that cell. But still, the weather is pretty strong here to our south here. Charlotte County experiencing a mishmash of just unorganized showers, nothing organized as far as any sort of strong storms, but we do have moderate to heavy rainfall. Englewood, Northport, edging into Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte at this time, and this is why. This L here on the weather map stands for low pressure, or how I like to tell the kids at school, L stands for lousy weather on a weather map, because that means clouds and rain and even thunderstorms. And this is what's been responsible for causing our weather today, because it rotates counterclockwise, pushes all this moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico, and then this cold front acts as a lifting mechanism, and it's lifting that moisture and that warm air out in front of it. Warm air rises, we have clouds, and then boom, showers and storms. How about the rest of the afternoon? Well, we'll still have our share of shower activity, maybe a couple of stray showers that move into Sarasota. Down here in Charlotte County, probably a little more wet weather for you, but everything starts to quiet down for the overnight hours, other than maybe a sprinkle of a shower or two later on this evening. And then by tomorrow, the clouds will start to break apart by tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow evening we'll see clear skies and the stars again. And then we're looking at some nice conditions over the weekend. So really, our area experiencing the only game in town right now. In the Pacific Northwest, we do have some wet weather over there, but as we show you our extended outlook, rain tapers off by tonight, tomorrow morning, and then we're looking at a beautiful weekend. Mostly sunny skies, mid-70s for highs, and the big key here, Ray, is low humidity. You have to love that.
A good comeback from this morning. All right, thank you, Josh. It might not feel like it, but the cost to feed your Thanksgiving guests actually went down this year. The American Farm Bureau Federation says it should cost, that is, about $48 to feed a group of 10. That's about 75 cents than last year. One reason, the turkey. Prices have fallen in recent years, with wholesale turkey prices at the lowest level since 2013. The average cost of a retail turkey about $22 this year. Eggs, milk, butter, and other ingredients you might need are also cheaper, mostly due to high production. You could save on holiday gifts this year. Websites for stores like Walmart, Office Depot, and Kohl's have already started their Black Friday doorbusters. But beware, one of the new scams includes thieves creating spoofed websites and phishing emails posing as trusted big-name retailers and brands. You could soon find out whether you interacted with Russian propaganda on Facebook and Instagram during last year's election. Facebook announced a new portal yesterday. It'll let users see which Facebook pages or Instagram accounts they liked or followed that were linked to the Internet Research Agency. Now, the Internet Research Agency is a troll farm which ties to the Russian government. Facebook estimates that close to 150 million Americans may have been exposed to content from it in the last couple of years. So this new tool will be available by the end of the year through the Social Networks Help Center. Here's a heartwarming Thanksgiving story for you. One of a homeless heroes who used his last $20 to buy gas for a woman stuck on the side of the road. This act of kindness set off a domino effect. This woman, Kate, was so moved by Johnny's help that rather than just reimburse him, she got creative. Now Johnny's $20 sacrifice could bring him thousands in return. Kate began a GoFundMe page. Her goal was $10,000. As of this morning, she has $100,000.
Y'all did all that? That is awesome.
Yeah.
That changes my life.
It's unbelievable. It's crazy how many people have seen it and shared it. We were so excited when it hit $200, and now we're looking, he's gonna have a future, like a real, actual future.
Now, he is a veteran and former firefighter as well as paramedic, and says he hopes to use the money to renew his paramedic's license. And to top things off, Kate says she hopes Johnny will join her family for Thanksgiving today. Great story there. Still to come on your Suncoast News, Hollywood giving back, how some celebrities are helping out this holiday season.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Nobody beats Subaru in service quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback, for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
The biggest shopping day of the year is here, and Sunset Fiat of Sarasota invites you to experience the ultimate LBD. Long, beautiful drive, of course, because no matter which model you try on, the Fiat 500, the 500X, the 500L, or the gorgeous Fiat Spider, you're going to love the way you look and feel in your new Fiat. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Black Friday sales event going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
So here we have it, turkey enchiladas. How easy was that? Little salsa and pico de gallo that I bought store-made at the Fresh Market, rolled it up with the pulled turkey, lots of shredded Monterey Jack and Mexican cheeses, enchilada sauce on top in the oven. Then I top with cilantro, sour cream, chopped onion, whatever you want that's going to make it crunchy, and of course more cheese because everybody likes that. Make it like a taco bar, have some sliced jalapeno so people can kick up the nachos. It's going to be great for watching football games for the rest of the weekend and going over those sales. So if you need any other cooking tips, log on to mysuncoast.com. Click on recipes and videos. I have weeks worth to get you through Thanksgiving, including my fail-proof gravy. If you need some last-minute help, you can always see it there. I hope you have a wonderful, joyous, and thankful, tasteful Thanksgiving. And as always, thanks for tuning in, and back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Judy. Some big names giving back this holiday season. Emmy Rossum, Melissa Rivers, Cameron Manheim, among a group taking part in the Los Angeles Mission's Thanksgiving for the Homeless. Other celebs dished out meals like Minnie Driver and Garcelle Bouvet. The event also provided new socks, hygiene kits, and blankets to those in need. Here's a very nice gesture from Borat. I did it. Sacha Baron Cohen is coming to the rescue of some Eastern European tourists. They were arrested for posing for pictures in Kazakhstan wearing his character Borat's mankini. The tourists were fined for indecent appearance. Baron Cohen has agreed to pay their fines, which amounts to about $67 each. Kazakhstan was a central focus of Baron Cohen's 2006 comedy called Borat. German police have come together and recovered $3.5 million worth of items belonging to the late John Lennon. Among the items recovered, personal diaries and 2 pairs of those iconic glasses as well. The personal items are believed to have been stolen from Yoko Ono's apartment in New York back in 2006. Berlin police arrested a 58-year-old man. It is believed a second suspect is living somewhere in Turkey. They can't try to auction off those items because everyone knows they're stolen. Get in trouble.
But if the second suspect is somewhere in Turkey,
yes,
maybe they'll find him today.
Oh, a Thanksgiving segue.
Yeah,
nice
there
going.
You go. I don't know. Anyway, you know, I think the rain is winding down, except for our friends down to the south in Charlotte County. Yeah. Still a little bit more time with that, but then it looks like we'll have cloudy skies, and then the weekend is really shaping up to be very nice.
Good. Lots of folks are visiting right now. They need better weather. Yep, it's coming. All right. Have a happy Thanksgiving, folks. We'll see you tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.